What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to Storytime. My name is Lorna, and today we're looking at the choosiest of beggars. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Customer claims we ruined her son's Christmas because she thought her car would grow. Posted by user jman464. First time poster here, and this happened almost 2 years ago, so go easy on me. I worked retail at a large sporting goods store around the holidays. My store had a large trampoline for sale, of which a customer bought, but quickly found out it was too large to fit in her sedan. No problem. We told her we would put it on hold for her and she could come back when she found a car to borrow or someone to help her out. This was in early December, and it was common practice for us to put items in the back with a tag saying it is for ex-customer and that she had already paid. Fast forward to a few weeks later, Christmas Eve, around 5:30. Store closes at 6. Same customer calls and asks if she can come get her trampoline, but she will be late. Fine. We will be there anyways, closing down. I go to the backstock area only to find someone has sold her trampoline. No big deal. Another store is 15 minutes away with one in stock. I hop in my personal truck, drive to the other store, pick up the trampoline and head back to the store. Arrive at roughly the same time as the customer. We tell her we can just move it straight from the bed of my truck into her car. Sounds good. Wrong. We go outside to find she is in the same car she came to the store in weeks ago and has her son in the car. Presumably, the one who is receiving the trampoline for Christmas. Again, we tell her that this trampoline will not fit in her car. At this point, she is irate that the trampoline is not wrapped for her, not a service we have ever offered or advertised, that it won't fit, and that we have now ruined Christmas for her son because he knows he's getting a trampoline now and he won't have it tomorrow morning. At this time, my store director graciously offers to put the trampoline in his car and drive it to this woman's house that is fairly close by. We don't offer delivery, by the way. She agrees. The rest of this story is now secondhand due to me no longer being there and was told to me by the director at the next shift. So the director drives to her house with his trampoline on Xmas Eve instead of being with his family. He arrives, to which this woman goes inside and shuts the door without offering any instruction or help to my director. He proceeds to stand at the front door and knock for an extended period of time before she opens the door as if she is bothered that he is there. He tells her that he is just going to put the trampoline outside the garage, which infuriates her because it's not under the tree. He obliges and all by himself gets the trampoline up her front porch stairs and to the door, which he discovers is closed and locked again. He again waits on her to open the door, to which she never does. At this point, he decides that enough has been done to appease this customer and goes on his way to enjoy Christmas Eve with his family. Now, fast forward to the day after Christmas. The next day the store was open, and who comes marching in? This lady, and she's furious. The director takes her to his office and she proceeds to scream and throw a fit, demanding a refund because we ruined Christmas for her kid because we were so unaccommodating to her. Apparently she was mad that he didn't put it under the tree for her. My store director quickly shut his down, explained that what happened, why he left it where he did, and everything we did to make sure that she got this trampoline. She's not having any of this, and at this time, she is asked to leave the store because of her screaming. She refuses. Police department is quickly called, and she is escorted out of the building, and as far as I know of, never seen again at the store. Holy shit, Karen! Like, this guy, okay, these two guys went way above and beyond. Way above and beyond, and you wouldn't even open the door for him and you're gonna get mad? Like, what do you think he is? Santa Claus is gonna come down the fucking chimney with your fucking trampoline? What the fuck? Oh my god. I really hope that they just ban this woman for life because that's fucked. That is entitlement at its finest. Wow. I just realized that I might have been screaming that whole thing because I've had my headphones on this whole time and they're really good at blocking noise. So if I was kind of loud there, I'm sorry. Let's move on to the next story. I want 50% off my contract. Posted by user A Fresh Start 2015. This happened a few months before I left O2. Summary O2 staff used to get 60 friends and family discounts. This was increased to try and get advisors to give them to customers as well if they choose. Some people chose to give customers these to get a bonus, or if they found the customer to be pleasant. This is a discount on the airtime as O2 bills are split into two, device plan and airtime. Not too long ago, this was changed overnight to 10-50% discounts and 50-10% discounts as it became too popular and you're looking at a couple thousand discounts being given out, and I assume O2 didn't like losing money. Here's the cast. Entitled mother, entitled daughter, me, host, person who hosts customer and passes them to free person. Normally I would host, but we had newbies who can't do contracts or pretty much anything. Host. Welcome. Some boring how can we help you and so forth. Entitled mother. Hi, me and my daughter are due our upgrades and want to see what you can do for us. Host. Cool, let me get someone to help you. Host to me telling me EM is here for an upgrade options. Me. Cool, let's take a seat and see what we could do for you. Can I have your phone number? Go through security and access account. Entitled mother. I want an iPhone XS at the same price I am paying now, and my daughter wants the same. Me. Goes through the prices and gives them the prices. Entitled mother. Why is the price more expensive than what I'm paying now? Me. Because you have friends and family discount. Do you know the person that gave you the discount and if they will put the discount back on you, as you will lose the discounts if you upgrade today? Entitled mother. No, I don't know the person. Why can't you just give me your discount? I've been with O2 for years and I'm the customer and you should keep me happy. Me. I'm not going to give you my personal discount as it's for friends and family and I do not know you. Entitled mother. If you do not give me the discount, then I will go somewhere else and you will lose a customer. Entitled daughter decides to chime in. Why can't you give me your discount like your colleague did in the other O2 store? Me. He may have given you his discount as he was leaving the company or had them spare. I only have discounts for my friends and family. Entitled mother. Okay, I want to speak to your manager now then and see if he is willing to do anything. Me. I am the manager and am running the store today and will not be giving you the discount. You can do as you please. Entitled mother. Fine. And she storms out. The amount of people that came in thinking if they threatened to leave O2 if they didn't get friends and family discount reapplied to their account is jokes. It's like they think that if they threaten to leave you, you will beg them to stay, LOL. You'd be surprised how many times this actually does work, and I mean, I've used that excuse before to get a good deal, and I got that good deal, but I wasn't rude to the person in the process. Like, there's a whole way of doing things. Be nice, show respect to the other person you're speaking to, and I'm sure, like, there's usually some kind of discount that they can offer you. There's usually, like, speaking of as someone who has had access to discounts like that to give to people, let me tell you, there's always something that they can give you. So just be nice, people. Just be nice. Programming for free? No. Posted by user MaceChase696. To start off with, I'm on mobile. Typing this up as I sit in my car waiting to go into work, so sorry for any formatting or any mistakes. So about 6 months ago, I was working on a programming project in Java. Not for work or school, just a personal project. In short, I enjoy Minecraft. Have since its birth 10 years ago. I am self-taught programmer of a few programming languages. I also am part of a small dev Discord community. On the Discord, those that teach, those that want to know, if you have a question on how to accomplish a task for your project, you ask, and someone will answer if they know how it could be done. Sometimes you will get an answer really fast. Sometimes you may start a full discussion on the topic between a few devs getting multiple answers, and sometimes you won't get an answer at all. A guy, ChoosingBeggar asked how to create a custom recipe for a furnace. No big deal. Not too hard to do, but he wants one item type with a custom name to be the item to smelt. 5 separate custom names turning one item into 5 separate custom recipes. Slightly more complicated. So I start off by asking him to join a voice chat room because typing it all out would be like writing the entire mod for him. To which he said, "So you won't just send me the code?" At this point, I wanted to say, "No, good luck figuring it out on your own." Instead, I said, "No, we don't work for you. We are a community here to help you learn." So he joins the voice chat, and I start off by asking him how he has his code laid out. Like, if he has everything in one file, or if he has multiple files calling each other for a more broken down setup. He said multiple files. Not something that is recommended for new programmers to start off with, but it works. I wrote a function that can make a recipe on the fly in a game. A decent bit of work to do, but by design, I made it so the code would do the heavy lifting for him, and he only had to type a command in the chat in the game. Type a save file command that I walked him through how to write up and set up, and then reload the server. We do this, and the recipe works flawlessly. He makes a second recipe with the command using the same item with a different name like he wanted to do. It works. Now, he asked me to write him a custom storage chest shop mod. Again, I mentioned the devs don't work for him, but we will help him figure it out. I then tell him, I only wrote the function for the recipes for you because of how intensive the code was. He then, for the first time, looks at the code I sent him to use and is amazed at how fast I typed up the function that just dropped right into his code without having him modify it for variable names. I get at this point he doesn't understand how variables in a function work and just let him know that he can do some research to find open source code for the chest shop. He then says the famous, "I'll give you credit to just write it for me." I responded with, "Credit doesn't pay the bills." He had nothing to say after that, so I left the voice chat. He then posted in the text chat, "Thanks for the tiny amount of help." I so wanted to cuss him out, but I spoke with the other highly known devs of the Discord, and we all agreed that none of us were going to help him if he came back due to how he handled my handout function. All of the devs that are highly known and trusted in the server, including me, have a dedicated VC room and a rank on the server noting that we can be asked for help even if we are not currently active. A lot of our regular users will help faster than the devs will, but the devs will chime in on how we could solve it when we can, of course tagging the user who asked the question. Every one of the devs on the server have day jobs and work on our own projects on our time off of our day jobs. I personally am an automotive technician and I work 12-hour shifts 4 days a week. When I get off work and still have a small amount of energy, I spend my time helping other people learn to program on the Discord server while working on my own code. My days off, I typically spend doing my errands and helping on the Discord. I still, to this day, haven't seen or heard from ChoosingBeggar on the server. No one I have spoken to has. Hope he learned how to make a chest shop mod and learned some human decency. Yeah, especially that last part. Let's really hope that dude learned some human decency. And I'm gonna guess he's probably, well, I don't know. I don't want to say he's a child because learning code is not easy. I don't know anything about code. I really wish I did because, oh my god, there's a lot of coding jobs out there, to be honest. Even in my area, I was pretty surprised at how many like programming and coding jobs that they're looking to hire for. So just a little heads up there, my dudes, if you're looking for something to get into school for. That's something I've noticed anyway, so that's pretty shitty. All these people just think, oh, just give you credit, like as if the guy doesn't have enough to do, really. Come on. ChoosingBeggar wants luxury items but won't pay for them. Posted by user Greylord. So I work as a salesperson in an electronics store. We've had this lady in recently that doesn't seem to understand that stores exist to trade the customer's money in exchange for goods and services. She's been in several times now, and as each time, it's weirder than the last. First encounter. ChoosingBeggar comes into the store and starts yelling at me to help her and that she's in a hurry. Never mind the fact that I'm in the middle of helping someone else. I tell her I'll be done in a minute, all while she's hanging over us and trying to jump in and take over. A couple of times, she even shouted, "I'm thirsty, give me water." So when it's finally her turn, she starts yelling at me more. Choosing beggar. "I need an Apple Watch. Give me an Apple Watch." Me. "I'm sorry, but we don't have the model you want in right now. But I can order one for you. Alright, what's your phone number?" Of course, she isn't registered, so I have to fill in her information manually. Choosing beggar. "Punch in the information quickly. I'm in a hurry. I have an appointment at the hospital. I'm thirsty. Give me water now." Me. "I'm sorry, we're in the middle of an electronics store. I don't have any water to hand out here, but you can buy a bottle by the cashier." Choosing beggar. "Come on, go fast!" Flicking her hand in my face. All she's doing at this point is distracting and stressing me out so that I have to double check the information I spend way longer than needed. I skip some of the things we're supposed to recommend, like payment plans, service plans, and accessories, since she said she's in a hurry, and send her along her way. Alright, everything is ready. You can go over to the cashier to finalize the order. A few minutes later, the cashier comes down to my department while I'm helping some new customers, clearly confused, and says, she says she doesn't have any money now and wants to pay later?" So I tell him, "Oh, she told me she was in a hurry. I can set up a payment solution for her, but it's going to take a little while. She can't have it both fast and all sorted. It's one or the other." So she comes back with a half-empty soda bottle that she hasn't paid for. This time, she hardly says a word, just waits for me to fill everything in and apply for the credit. To my surprise, it comes through and everything is in order. I even added the soda to the final sum in order to cover it, and she leaves. Second encounter. This time, she's busting into the store to pick the watch up, but she's dragging someone in with her. Turns out, it's a taxi driver. Choosing beggar. "I don't have any money. You guys have to sort it out. Pay the taxi," she says. Meanwhile, going over to the cashier and grabbing another soda and gulping down half of it before anyone can stop her. Again! We try to explain to her that it doesn't work like that. I have to set up specific orders for specific items that are a part of our stock, and there's a minimum spending limit. You cannot get cash to pay other people. You cannot just take things from the store and just have it added to some sort of tab either. Taking those drinks is outright theft. She refuses to listen and keeps repeating that she doesn't have time nor money and has to sort it out the next time she's in. Seeing how ridiculous the situation is, we give up, shove the watch into her arms, and tell taxi driver to call the cops as she's not going to pay for the ride. She left with the taxi driver, so we don't know how this went down. One of my colleagues revealed to me that she's been in another time in the meantime as well. Her face caked up in some dried up facial treatment goo. So my colleagues call her the mask lady, while I call her the soda lady. Asking for the watch, and ended up having them call an ambulance because she kept going on about being too tired to go home and telling them to call someone to help her. Turns out, she just wanted a free ride home. Third encounter. Apparently, nothing of great consequence happened to her, as she learned absolutely nothing. So this time she came back with the watch and demanded that we set it up and connect it to her phone and get all the apps working the way she wants it to work. The guy in our technical support haven't encountered her yet, so they just start working without any suspicions, and she goes and grabs, you guessed it, another soda. When the job is done and she has to pay, she finally blurts out, "I have no money. I have to fix it some other time." Luckily, our operations manager was at the desk as well and was having none of it, and promptly took the watch as insurance until she can pay for the service and all the sodas she's been stealing. I'm surprised they got her to leave without the watch. So now, we're just waiting to see what our next escapade will bring. I'm also completely expecting her to bring us the invoice for the watch and tell us to pay for the watch as well at some point. This can't be real. This can't be. Either that or this woman was like a trust fund baby that was just totally cut off and just has no clue how to fend for herself whatsoever, so she just tries to push her responsibilities on other people. I don't know. I don't know. What would make somebody act like this? This is insane. This is just straight up insanity, and I'm so glad I do not know anybody like this, because I probably would have totally called her on it in the middle of the store. If I saw her talking to employees like that, I probably would have just low-key went around the corner and called the cops saying this woman's stealing shit, but I don't know, maybe not. A dog-owning choosing beggar gets told off. Posted by user Brenken. So I work at a small, independently owned outerwear store. The owner of said store is a dog owner, and we actually have a store dog. That is so awesome. Anyways, one generous thing that we do is always have a jar of dog biscuits to offer any dog-owning customers as a little extra treat. It's always cute to offer the dog some biscuits, and everyone is usually happy. Then there's Karen. She comes in frequently, doesn't buy anything, and always waits for us to offer her a dog biscuit. Once she gets said dog biscuit, she leaves the store. On busy days, she sits at the footwear section and waits until one of us is free enough to get her a dog biscuit. I think this is total bullshit, but we play along with her game for the time being. That is, until a particularly busy day. As usual, Karen was sitting at the footwear section waiting for her dog biscuit. After 10 minutes of waiting, she starts tapping her foot, huffing and puffing while starting at any employee that walks by her. And after another 10 minutes of this, we were really swamped that day, she barks out to my coworker. "My dog is getting pretty hungry and I'm starting to get pissed." My coworker, who is normally a very calm guy, was not having any of it. He barked back. "Yeah? Well, I'm getting pretty pissed because we're busy. You always get free dog biscuits and you never buy a single thing here. So no more biscuits for you." Visibly shocked, Karen stormed out of the store and so far hasn't returned. Serves her right. See, I'm a little bit mixed about this because I'm like, oh, poor doggo isn't getting his biscuits. But at the same time, like, clearly this woman has just relied on this store to give her dog her biscuits every day. So I think with all that money she's saved, she can go fucking buy a box and, spoil her little doggo. I feel bad for that doggo having a woman like that as an owner. It's pretty sad. But I guess at least she's giving him or her treats, I guess. I don't know. Who knows how she really is with her pet. Maybe she does really just love him that much and she just is trying to save a buck, but clearly she's a bitch. That's right. That's right, I said she's a bitch. That's right. That's right, I said she's a bitch. Lady wanted to refund dog food twice for stupid reasons. Posted by user Cheesemaster. First of all, sorry for my English. I'm not fluent in English, but I'll try my best. I was reminded of this story by my former colleague when we were talking about other subjects and thought this might fit here. This happened in 2015 or so when I was working at a pet supply storage/outlet as a manager. As an outlet, we sold goods that might have been damaged or otherwise weren't in mint condition alongside with non-damaged goods. As the law demands here where I live, this was told on multiple different signs, on social media, and on webshop. And because the goods were not in mint condition, they are not refundable, also written everywhere. Sometimes we did refund with store credit because we were a small business who wanted to help the customers. So this lady walks into our premises and starts to browse our products. My coworker asked if she needs any help, and she said that she would need dog food. Tons of dog food, and pointed out one of the large breed dog foods and said that she had fed her dogs that before. We sold pallets with 40 bags, 12 kilograms per bag of dog food on it, and my coworker asked how much she would need and that we can sell as many as she likes, and pointed to one of our pallets. The lady was a little irritated for some reason and asked, "Does she look like a puppy miller?" Don't know if this is the right word in English, but a person who breeds puppies a lot without taking care of them, only to sell them and make a profit. She would need 3 bags. She took the most expensive bags of large breed dog food we had. Almost 90 euros a bag. I think that's 90 euros. Again, I always get those mixed up. And those bags were not in discount and were in mint condition. We had different shelves/pallets in store for damaged goods, etc. My coworker told the price to the lady, and she accused us of scamming and false advertising. Coworker apologized for misunderstandings and explained to lady why some goods are on discount and some are not, and why we don't always have every kind of dog food on discount. The lady took the bags anyway, paid them, told us that she will give a bad review of us, and left before coworker could say anything. We didn't ever see a review from her. Fast forward about 3 to 4 months, the lady comes back with an empty bag. One bag half empty and one full bag. She said that the dog's food crumbs were too big for her chihuahuas. I was helping her now and instantly remembered her and said last time that she had fed her dogs that exact food before. I apologized and said that there is nothing I can do. I was also wondering by myself that how she already fed 18 kilograms of that food to her chihuahuas if the dogs were not able to eat the crumbs. She was furious and said that she wants a refund for all 3 of her bags, almost worth of 270 euros. I said that I couldn't refund that one bag that was not open yet. Or I could refund that one bag that was not opened yet, but not the ones that were opened, and certainly not the one that was already fully fed to her chihuahuas. She went full ape rage mode and threw the bags all over the place. The one bag that was full earlier broke and crumbs were all over the floor. I calmed her down and I said I could give her a discount for her next bags if she wanted. She insisted that she wanted refund for all 3 bags. My coworker started to clean up the crumbs that were on the floor and said that I cannot refund a bag that she already broke by throwing it around in an ape rage mode. She started to threaten us again with bad reviews on social media and on Google if we do not refund the bags. As a small business, a bad review can really hurt us, and bad word among the locals can kill the business. I offered to give her 1 bag of dog food suitable for her chihuahua. She was silent for a while and then said that she wanted 3 bags. I offered her 2 bags that were damaged a little but fixed with some duct tape and waited that they were still 12 kilos. She agreed to that and left. Fast forward 1 month, she came back with both bags and one of the bags was half empty and said she wanted to refund both of the bags because her chihuahuas didn't like the taste of the food. I was the one that almost went full ape rage mode, but instead, I pointed out a sign that said no refunds for damaged goods. She dropped the bags on the floor and then the unopened one broke again because the duct tape failed to hold. At this point, I had enough and asked her to leave with or without the bags she brought with her. She threatened us again with a bad review and I said I do not care and I was done with her. She started to scream about bad customer service and how we tried to kill her dogs. I told her that I will call the police next, and then she took 1 new bag from the pallet and ran away. I was confused and wondering what just happened and started to clean the floor because dog food crumbs were everywhere. Again. Luckily, we never saw that lady again. TLDR, lady tries to refund dog food bags twice for stupid reasons. First time, she got 2 bags to replace the old ones, and on the second time, she stole a bag. Okay, I'm sorry. These bags weigh like 12 kilos, so what is that? That's like about 25 pounds, we'll say. So she took a bag and you weren't able to catch her? She's running with 25 pounds and you're not able to catch her. I'm calling bullshit. Plus, if he gave her those 2 bags, why didn't he say, I'm not going to give you a refund on something you didn't pay for? So, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to call bullshit on this story. I'm calling bullshit. If you guys disagree with me, let me know in the comments. You guys know I'm always down for a civilized discussion, but I'm calling bullshit on this story. Alright, my dudes, I'm only going to be doing 7 stories today because these stories are long as shit. But I made sure to get the highest rated stories in here today. So, without further ado, the last story is called Guy Throws a Fit Because I Won't Give Him 1 Beer After He Had 4 for Free. Posted by user Blue Ellen. Blue Ellen? I think. I'm pretty sure I read one of Blue Ellen's stories before. It looks familiar. Alright, let's get into it. So this is about my ex-roommate entitled Boyfriend. I had a lot of stories about them, but this was a glimpse of him. Back when I was trying to be nice, I bought a 6-pack of beer to share with him. He picked out the beer. I tried one and I hated it, and I let him have the rest except for one. I liked the bottle the beer was inside. It was a pretty color. I took one bottle to my room and left him with 3 extra. Let me be clear, I paid for this beer with my own money that I earned with my job. He might have quit his job by now. Well, he ran through those beers in a matter of hours, and he somehow figured out that I had a bottle and he wanted it. When I refused to give it, he literally started whining like a 5-year-old.
Why can't I have it? It's not fair that you got to keep one. I could drink it and give you back the bottle. Stop being selfish.
The longer he whined, the more I was determined to never let him have it. When I realized he wasn't going to give in, he ran to my ex-roommate and whined to her about it. She tried to get me to give it to him. He never forgave me for not giving him the beer. And the stupidest thing was that it was a $6 beer. But sadly, that was just the tip of the entitled iceberg. Okay, you can't leave the story hanging like that. Say that was the tip of the entitled iceberg. Okay, Blue Ellen, I'm gonna be following you because I want to know what this other parts of this iceberg are with this entitled roommate, because I couldn't deal with that. I couldn't fucking deal with that. You start whining, that's like one thing I have no tolerance for. Just, I don't want to say man up because I hate that fucking term, but like, I don't want to say grow a set either, because why is there no way to say, just be a boss, you know? Like, be a boss. Bosses don't whine. Yeah, let's say that. Be a boss. I don't know. And with that bossdom, you go get yourself a fucking job and be a boss all the way down to the beer store where you could get your own goddamn beer, for fuck's sakes. Oh my god, okay. I think I'm gonna go do some snow angels now. Alright, my dudes, I hope you liked this video. If you did, drop a like down below. Comment. I love hearing from you guys, as always. It's so nice that you guys show so much support. I love my subscribers. You guys are the best. And yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it, because otherwise YouTube won't tell you when my videos are posted. And like I said on my last video, that would be a fucking travesty. So make sure you hit that little bell icon. And as always, the links to these stories will be in the description. So head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes. You know they deserve it. And submit your stories to me, my dudes. If you want to see your stories in my videos, head over to head over to the description. And all my social medias are down there. There's like 5 different ways you guys can submit your stories to me. So if you have one, I would love to hear it. And until next time, you guys have a fantabulous day and stay safe out there, my dudes.